Happy Friday, everyone. Jason Gilbo here at JGilbo11, taking a look at some pitching options for tonight's 13-game slate. Good one here. Lots of pitching to kind of break through. About 7 or 8 usable arms on a 13-game slate, which was nice after the crapshoot that we had last night. But looking to jump things in here, a couple of high-price options. We do have cores on the slate, which is always throws something in there. But Dallas Keuchel, one of the guys I'll talk about here today, great cash game guy for me tonight. Yes, you may feel he is a bit overpriced. You look at what he's done this year. A couple of high upside games. The quality start's been there on DraftKings or on FanDuel. Has yet to fall under 20 DK points this season. Has registered over 40 in all but one on FanDuel, and that was just strictly high 30s. You look at Keuchel, has gone 7 innings in each start this year, has only allowed has only allowed more than 1 earned run once, and that was against Cleveland. And that was a complete game where he allowed 2 earned runs. So Keuchel is missing some bats. 11% swinging strike rate, 22% strikeout rate this year. Terrific ground ball percentage, again, 63%. It's back to those kind of elite numbers that we saw when he dominated back in 2015. So I like Keuchel again tonight against this lineup that doesn't have a lot of pop. Good pitchers park out there in LA. You look at Keuchel, not allowing a ton of hard contact, 22%. So Angels bottom 10 in ISO against lefties, hard contact weak as well, middle of the road in WOBA. Keuchel, a good road favorite there. He comes in as a good cash game guy, and I don't even think a lot of people are going to be on him for GPPs as well. There are some higher strikeout upside guys you can take a look at the similar price, but I do think Keuchel will carry some of the safety as well. So next one here, Darvish. Great GPP option tonight. I'm not looking at really him to use in cash. I think Strasburg and Keuchel are better ways to go, and we'll get to another guy here in a minute. But Darvish I like quite a bit here. Seattle offense, certainly talented, 12th in WOBA, 181 ISO. They do have a 21.5% strikeout rate against righties, which is obviously not bad, but not great either. Darvish, 27% strikeout rate this year. Walks are up a little bit, 11.2% walk rate, 36% hard contact rate allowed, which is a little concerning. But out of the high price guys, I expect Darvish to draw the least ownership just because it is the toughest matchup out of like Strasburg, Keuchel, Salazar. So I do like Darvish. Solely a GPP play, but in terms of low ownership and a lot of upside with the strikeouts, I definitely don't mind him. I mentioned Danny Salazar. He is another one you can take a look at. Highest strikeout rate on the slate goes to Danny Salazar, 15.9% swinging strike rate, not allowing a ton of hard contact. Walk rate, once again, is up 11%. So I do like him in GPPs as well. Salazar is a good arm to target against that pitiful Royals lineup in a friendly stadium. So honorable mention goes to him. Steven Strasburg has dominated the Phillies over his career, over the last few starts, over last season, you name it. Roster that currently holds for the Phillies is 26 for 127 with a 34% strikeout rate. Strasburg has faced him twice already this year, 16 strikeouts over 14 innings. Didn't record a win in that one, but I expect him to get the win tonight. Philly, 19th in WOBA, starting to trend back downwards, 24% strikeout rate on the season. Strasburg not striking out as much as he used to. Just a 23% strikeout rate on the year. Is rolling a lot of ground balls, though, 53%. He's going deeper into games, which you like a lot. So I definitely don't mind Stras in all formats. Throwing 7 innings and all the starts so far this year, I definitely don't mind him a lot. So Strasburg is a guy I'll definitely be relying on tonight. One of the top options there. Michael Fulmer, he kind of sits in this range where you have Chris Archer as well. You have Kenta Maeda. Maeda finally figured things out in his last start. Now gets a San Diego offense that does strike out a ton. He's worth a look in GPPs. Chris Archer as well against Toronto at home. Toronto's offense mediocre at best. I think the strikeout rate for Toronto is a little bit deceiving, though. They kind of got some contact hitters in there now, 1 through 9. But Archer does miss a ton of bats, which is always good for him. 12% swinging strike rate, so walks are always an issue. At home, he's a little bit better. So Archer, Maeda, obviously 2 guys you can look in this range. But Michael Fulmer, I like him a lot on DK as an SP2 tonight in all formats. 21% strikeout rate, 7.3% walk rate on the season. Solid numbers, has held lefties to a 184 184 WOBA with a 24% strikeout rate. Oakland does have a fair amount of lefties in that lineup, so I do like Fulmer. Fulmer always has been tougher on lefties going back to last season. Oakland 28th in runs per game, 3.5. 24th in WOBA against right-handed pitching, 5th highest strikeout rate. This is not the same A's team that was kind of striking out or not striking out and kind of just limiting upside for your opposing pitchers. Fulmer, small road favorites, GPP option on FanDuel if you want to fit some bats in, but I do feel like he's just a bit overpriced there. But DraftKings and Yahoo, I'm still fine with using him in all formats as an SP2. I do think 8K on DraftKings is about what you want to pay for him on most nights, so definitely don't mind him there. Moving down the list, last guy I'll talk about, Eduardo Rodriguez. A lot of right-handed bats in that Minnesota lineup, but, I mean, just a 108 ISO against lefties early on this season. Obviously, small sample size. There's still a lot of power from the right side, but Twins, 21st in WOBA against southpaws. They're not striking out as much this year, but if you go back to a larger sample size, I mean, 23.4% strikeout rate against lefties. And speaking of strikeouts, I mean, look at Rodriguez dialing them up this year. Second highest swinging strike rate on the slate behind Salazar, 14.9, 32.6% strikeout rate. Once again, walks can be an issue. The long ball can be an issue, 1.54 home runs per 9. But rolling well of late, hard contact still up. So Twins are not slouches. This is still a good team that can hit well. But Eduardo Rodriguez for the price tag, I mean, I'll definitely take some shots on. Single bullet on FanDuel, 7,900 to get some bats in there. I don't mind him with his strikeout upside. 76 on DK, really nice price tag to chase some strikeouts at an SP2 spot there. So I definitely don't mind going that route tonight against the Twins in a bit of a better ballpark, I guess you could say. Target Field's kind of middle of the road as far as a pitcher's park. But so Rodriguez certainly GPP option for me tonight, and that's about it. I think those 7 or 8 arms are about what we're looking at. As mentioned, Danny Salazar, Chris Archer, Kenta Maeda, certainly the honorable mentions for the guys I didn't highlight. So if you want to check out dailyfantasycafe.com, have our great tools and content.